Welcome back to New Day Northwest. The 28th Seattle Jewish Film Festival kicks off this weekend, and it highlights some of the most interesting and important films in Jewish and Israeli cinema. Festival director Pamela Lavitt is here with a look at this year's festival. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on 28 years.
I know, I'm only 28. It's fabulous.
It's amazing you did this as an infant. Unbelievable. What is the secret to running such a long-lasting film festival?
Well, we are a town of film festivals, right?
Yep.
And so we are actually one of the longest running in Seattle. And I think it's both because we have such an incredible community that supports it and wants to see the representations on the screen.
Yeah.
And just international cinema, coffee, you name it. Like, we just love it in Seattle.
We do it
so
well.
A lot of people really support the cinema. So COVID was a little bit of a challenge, but we're building back better.
Yeah, we are building back better. Speaking of better, how do you find something to showcase? Like, there's got to be a ton of movies that you have to choose from. How do you choose?
That's an amazing question. First of all, we have a committee of volunteers that are 30 people that I think they reviewed about 1,000 reviews of 300 films. So I do not sit on my couch all day and eat bonbons and pajamas.
And watch movies?
No, but they are, honestly, the community really does a great job. And it's a diverse community, but they watch a ton of films, some of them up to 150, and help us sort of wheedle it down and getting to the best films every year. Plus, we often have a theme. And so, you know, this year we had a theme just of Cinemana, which was this idea of just mana for the people. We need to come back and celebrate.
Yes.
So we wanted kind of happier films this year because people really want to see celebration and not a lot of down stuff with what's going on in the world today.
Sweet mana from heaven.
Sweet mana.
Seriously
40
need
years
that.
of it in the desert. There you go.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right, let's talk about some of the films. Let's start with The Art of Silence. This is a documentary.
Yes. So The Art of Silence is an incredible film. It is actually, the director is the son of a deaf mime who was inspired by Marcel Marceau. Most of us think of a mime as this clown that, in striped and doesn't say a word, but I think the director did an incredible job with his father being deaf of focusing on the tapestry of artistry, clowning, and mime. And plus, Marcel Marceau was a Holocaust survivor who saved thousands and thousands of children in Switzerland. So this is a backstory that most of us did not know about. And those of us that didn't grow up with Marcel Marceau, we can see some of the influences, obviously Charlie Chaplin, and other people that physically just communicated in a way that that many people don't know how to communicate.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful artistic film. I think it's our brunch film, which will have food and music, and it's a celebratory moment.
That's beautiful. On opening night, you are showing the critically acclaimed film called Karaoke. It's nominated for 13 Israeli Academy Awards. What is this about?
So Karaoke, I think, is a really incredibly relatable story. It's a couple, middle-aged, kind of slowing down in their interests in life, and suddenly they get jazzed up by a local charismatic, guy played by Lior Ashkenazi, who's a very well-known Israeli actor, and Sasan Gabai plays the lead actor. And the two of them get infused with this sort of sense of we need to reinvent ourselves. And I think it is really a film, first of all, for those of us that love karaoke, and it is a trend. There will be karaoke afterwards for everyone to sing. But I just interviewed Sasan Gabai, who you're seeing on the screen right now, and he was just in the band's visit here at the Paramount Theater. He's a well-known actor from Shtisel and other amazing shows on Apple TV as well. And I think we're going to not only sing, but we're also going to celebrate what it's like to reinvent ourselves at any point in your life.
I love that. That's beautiful. All right, next up is The Replacement.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that a lot of people choose to come to film because somebody gave you a tug. This is the film with the car chase scenes. The guys are going to want to come to this one. This is sort of the hot Spanish detective film. I think that the amazing story behind this is this director also didn't realize the history in Spain of many of the sort of Nazis had found a location to live their lives just like in Argentina and to hide out. And so this is one of those sort of thriller, undercover detective wash-up kind of makes good. And it is packed with this personal story that post-Franco, most people did not realize in Spain that this was going on.
Oh, this is so, I love a good thing that gives me some education as well.
Absolutely.
From Spain, we're going to go to America because that's closing night. You're showing this film, and I understand the film's director will be in attendance.
Absolutely. So Ophir Raoul Grazer is the director of this film, and what I love about it is many people don't realize that Israel is also a diverse place, and so one of the things that we do as a Jewish film festival is try to show sort of the diversity of of Israeli cinema. And this is really just a human story. You can see it's in the backdrop of Israel, but it's someone who's left, who's decided to reject the country and move to America and has to come back. And something tragic happens and something beautiful happens. And I think that is, in many ways, the Jewish story is laughing with tears. And I think that this film is beautiful. And we hope that the director will really shed light on why he made it. And I think it's really important to bring filmmakers. And The Cake Maker, which was his previous film, won a ton of awards, and he's a new filmmaker.
Well, I can't wait to see this. Right before I let you go, how can people find the Jewish Film Festival?
Sure. You can go to seattlejff.org, and you can also go to Seattle JFF on most of our Instagram as well as our Facebook page, and you can learn more, follow us, and buy tickets. And we hope that we'll see you, because it's an incredible layered experience of food, music, and film, and artists, and conversations.
In 28 years.
28!
Mazel tov.
Can't wait until we get to 30.
I can't either. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing those stories. We can't wait to check it out.